So this week we are back with another two-time for the Quickie Critiques. Second time we're doing it. I don't even know if I'm gonna this might be two different videos, so if this video seems a little bit weird and edited around, or just like out of place, that's why. I might make it two videos, I might make it one. It'll probably be one. I don't know, but let's get into it.
Lana, sit on my face!
So Lana Del Rey finally dropped her newest album. Did you know that there's a Tunnel Under Ocean Blvd? A long ass title. And I listened to it. I wasn't very excited for this. I didn't know it was coming out until like the day before when I was doing I was looking up. I was like, what albums come out tomorrow? And I was like, oh, this album's coming out. I thought it was coming out like in a couple of months, but nope, it's out right now. So I listened to it. Now I will say, this is the first Lana Del Rey project that I have fully listened to. I've heard some songs, but I've never sat down and listened to it. And I know, please don't click off the video yet. I've been meaning to listen to some of her albums, but I just never found the time to. I was like, oh, I might as well, let's just listen to the new one. Why not? And so with that being said, I didn't really have any major expectations. I thought I would like it, at least a little bit, and I did. I wouldn't say it definitely didn't exceed my expectations, but I wouldn't say it was a disappointment that much. Now, enough getting around it, I'm just gonna say, it wasn't for me. I mean, this album had some really great songs, like The Grants, the title track, Let the Light In, and then Grandfather, Please Stand on the Shoulders of My Father While He's Deep Sea Fishing. Yeah, that's an actual title to one of the songs. And so this album did have some really great songs on it, but I think a lot of the songs were kind of boring and just not for me, really. It really starts with A and W, and then it goes to Fingertips. I have the track list right here. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 songs. 2 of them were interludes, to be fair, but those just like 6-track run. That was my least favorite part of the album. I think all of those songs in between A and W and Fingertips were pretty average. I didn't think they were horrible, but I didn't think they were that good either. But I will say, after Fingertips, the songs did start getting good again, like in the beginning. Paris, Texas is good. Grandfather and Let the Light In are probably my favorite songs off this album. And then Margaret is fine. And then it kind of goes back downhill with Fishtail. Peppers, I think, is the worst song on this album. And the song that I don't like, I think it's pretty bad, to be honest. And then Taco Truck, I think, is also kind of mid. And another thing, a lot of these songs are also really long, especially in the beginning. You know, you got 4 minutes, 5 minutes, 6 minutes, 4 minutes. I think the shortest song is like 3.5 minutes, which I guess is a little above average for the normal song. But still, when you get back-to-back 4 minute, 5 minute, 6 minute, 4 minute songs, it kind of, and even when the songs aren't that good, it kind of gets a little boring after a while. But I really only felt that in the middle of the album, like I said earlier, from A and W to Fingertips. And the last thing I wanted to touch on are the interludes. Now, I know I don't count these in the rating. Well, I do, but I do count these in the rating, but it's kind of weird. Like, I'm not going to go listen to them again. I really only listen to interludes when I'm doing the critique. Even if I go back to this album, I won't listen to them again. And they're pretty bad. They're just people like preaching about something. I don't know. But they're not that good. The second one, John Batiste. I don't know how to say his name. Probably saying it wrong. I think it's better. The Judah Smith interlude sucks, but yeah, don't mind that. I just wanted to talk about that. But anyways, after listening to Did You Know That There's a Tunnel Under Ocean Blvd by Lana Del Rey, I'm going to say I don't like it. I thought I would at least give it an I like it. I didn't think I was going to love it, but I didn't think I was going to hate it, and I didn't hate it. I wouldn't say this went below my expectations or exceeded my expectations. I really didn't know what I was getting into. I did think I would like it more than I did, but I didn't. I mean, the songs that I did like, I think are really good. I only added one of these songs, Let the Light, into my playlist, but I might go back and add some other ones. I like the songs that I did like I said, I think are really good, and those songs save it from me saying I hated it. But I didn't hate it. Even if I didn't add any songs to my playlist, I wouldn't say I hated it, because while it was kind of long, an hour and 17 minutes, it only felt boring on some songs, but it wasn't like a horrible listen. As like it wasn't as bad as like Mansion Music by Trippie Redd.
Do 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 do. Almost.
And now for the second review of this video, Scaring the Hoes by JPEGMAFIA and Danny Brown. Now, this is an interesting day of music. You got, like, I was thinking, do I want to scare the hoes and listen to JPEGMAFIA and Danny Brown first, or do I want to be the hoe and listen to Lana Del Rey? I chose to listen to this album first, so let's talk about it. Now, just like Lana Del Rey, this was the first both JPEGMAFIA and Danny Brown project that I've listened to. I've heard some Danny Brown song, like snippets. I haven't really heard anything from JPEGMAFIA, so I didn't really know what I was gonna get into. Before I listened to this, I didn't think I was gonna love it. You know, with a title like Scaring the Hoes, with two artists that I don't really listen to. I don't even listen to like the genre of music they make. So I didn't really think I was gonna love this album, and I didn't really love it that much. I'm not gonna spoil my review just yet, but I will say I was a little let down. Now, I know you're probably wondering, how were you let down? You didn't know where you get. You didn't even have an opinion before. You're right. I just thought I would like it a little bit more. I didn't think I would dislike it as much as I did. Now, all of the songs are what you'd expect from an album titled Scaring the Hoes. They're loud, obnoxious, and annoying. And I know that was the point, so I don't really take that away, because that was the point. That's what they're trying to do, and it works for some people, but it didn't work for me. I'm not a fan of like this loud, you know, everything's happening, borderline meme rap. You know, that's kind of the vibe I got from this album, especially with some of the song titles like Jack Harlow Combo Meal and Shut Your Bitch Ass Up, Muddy Waters, you know, and Step a Pig, Lean Beef Patty. There's a lot of things where I was like, I wasn't expecting this to be the most serious project, and it wasn't, and it was fun. It would be a fun project. I would, like, if I was in the car with my friends at like 3 a.m., I might play some songs off this album, and just because they're fun little songs, but there's nothing really here that I would listen to again. Now, I do want to say something that might get me a lot of hate. I'm not a fan. I don't like Danny Brown. I think his voice is kind of annoying, especially on these songs. The mixing isn't. I'm not gonna hate on it too much, because the production, the mixing isn't the best. It kind of does Danny Brown dirty a little bit, but I will say that I really enjoyed all of JPEGMAFIA's parts. I remember listening to some of the songs that I didn't like, and I didn't like most of the songs on here. There are some that I like. The highest rating I gave a song was a 6 out of 10, and there may be like 5 6s. Most of them are 5s and 4s, and so I didn't really like any of the songs that much, but I did like all of JPEGMAFIA's part. Every time the song came on, I was like, I don't really like this, I'll probably give it a low score. Then JPEGMAFIA comes on and was like, wow, this song is actually really good. So it makes me want to go listen to more JPEGMAFIA. But like I said earlier, I'm not a fan of Danny Brown. His voice, it kind of annoys me, especially with all of the beats. It kind of was like, this is just too much for me to deal with. Now, this album is pretty short. It's 14 songs long, but it's only like 35 minutes, maybe a little bit more. But so it's pretty short. It wasn't that bad of a listen because of its short length. I wasn't really listening to it and was like, when is this over? Is this gonna end soon? But like, I was just like, okay. I wasn't upset that it ended, I'll say that. And like I said earlier, I'm not a fan of most of the songs. There are some that I did enjoy a little bit, like Where You Get Your Coke From, Jack Harlow Combo Meal, I did enjoy a little bit. Scaring the Hoes, I think the title track of this album is probably the best song on this entire album. But there was just so many of the songs that I didn't like that much, like Orange Juice Jones, God Loves You, Fentanyl Tester, Lean Beef Patty, Perfect. I think that's how you say it. But after all that being said, after listening to Scaring the Hoes by JPEGMAFIA and Danny Brown, I'm going to say I don't like it. You're probably waiting for me to say I hate it, but I didn't hate it. It wasn't like a rough listen, because there were points where it was enjoyable. Like I said, I really enjoyed all of JPEGMAFIA's parts, but I think personally Danny Brown holds this album down for me. But anyways, thank you all so much for watching. Bye.